from a very good background, well-paid salary, sitting into a cab and driving cab on the roads was a different feeling. But yes, I was driven by passion. So that is the reason, I never felt that, how people will think. Of course, people have made a lot of taunting onto it. So which actually was prompting me, which was actually a trigger for me that yes, there is a need for this concept in the market. And if I will introduce this, people are surely going to like it. My only belief was we never wanted to create just a startup or a company just because to gain a fame or to earn money or to valuation, because all these purposes are secondary for us.
Welcome everyone. Today in the next episode of In Conversation with, we have with us the founder of Smart Taxi, Mr. Dhruvam Thaker. Welcome sir, how are you?
Thank you, Hardik. I'm good. What about you?
Yeah, I'm also doing great sir. Sir, so before starting sir, tell us about your company, like what it is, what is Smart Taxi, how.
First of all, thank you for inviting me into this podcast, Hardik. I really felt good when I discussed about the company and when someone asks this question always. Uh, Basically, we are the smart taxi, not smart taxi. So, and generally, as soon as people heard about a word as a taxi, they always consider us as another model for very popular app-based service available in India. But we are actually not like them. We operate into an entirely different platform, and we formed with a different vision. Our core focus as a company always remains on our customer experience, providing them the best car rental experience they could have ever get. And main focus, what we deliver to them is starting from once they open the door till they deboard the cab, means they end the trip. We everything design and conceptualize in a very spatial manner for the customer so that they feel a different experience altogether. We mainly serve to B2B. That means we get associated with the organizations and providing services to their employees. This is our main revenue stream. 92% of our business comes from that. Balance 8% is contributed by individual users, those either believe in availing absolutely professional, zero compromised, and class above service. So this is our target audience. Service wise, we offer two services, that is city roaming. We have hourly rental package, and second one we have outstation services where people can book our gas for a longer journey. The main thing why people love to book us is our personalized touch in each and everything what we offer to them, and features what we offer inside a car. You mean starting from water bottle to Wi-Fi connection, from Amazon Kindle to PSP, from magazine, newspaper, fruit basket, flower bouquets, Ferrero Rochers, n number of customizations people can make when they book a ride with the smart taxi. Same option is available for them in terms of car selection as well. So from basic sedan till premium luxury cars, including BMWs, Jaguars, Mercedes Benz, so they can opt for any car what they want, and they will get it. So this is the few basics about the smart taxi. And the main, we started in 2016 with just one cab which I was driving by myself, and today we have a presence in 25 cities across India, and more than 600 best maintained cars along with drivers, they are associated with us and helping us in this venture. Over to you,
Sir,
Hardik.
so like as you said, you started with one cab and now you have so many. So, what were your what were your feelings when you were in that first cab? Could you please share that first ride experience? Because as you were driving it.
See, it was rather like because I was not having any choice left when I left my before to this I was a corporate employee. I worked for 8 years in two companies, and that point of time, my traveling was more into a cab, and that is the reason, I used to face a lot of difficulties while riding into those cabs, and that becomes the eureka moment for me to jump into to find a solution for this. So the smart taxi I was dreaming from 2012 onwards, and finally I started in 2016 after getting enough courage. Few of the fund, there were some issues, so fund I was not available. So then finally everything, when things get right at that point of time, 2016, finally I launched the smart taxi. Now when I launched, whatever I was having, I invested in purchasing a car, and then there was no fund left for me to hire somebody, or to make a team and allow them to drive, and so that I focus on business. That was not the case for me. So I was left with hardly few money available in my account, and that is the reason, I decided, rather than I will hire someone and pay them a salary, it is better that let me drive this concept forward. And because I was the best person at that point of time to explain this to customer, that's it, this is what we do differently, and that is all. So then I decided, I converted my private license into a commercial license, and then I started driving. Now about feelings, definitely, being an engineer person, from a very good background, well paid salary, sitting into a cab and driving cab on the roads was a different feeling. But yes, I was driven by passion. So that is the reason, I never felt that, how people will think. Of course, people have made a lot of taunting onto it. I heard many comments related to that, but I always overlooked that, and then I continue driving it. Yes, Hardik.
Yeah, sir. So the thing is, like, when you are driven with passion, so the external factors don't affect you anymore.
Definitely. You see, it's like whether you are cash crunch, whether you have whether you are not getting support. So at that point of time, there were hardly few people, those who were in favor of me. People were not ready to understand my idea. Banks were not ready to offer loan. Okay, investment, forget about it. Okay, I was not having even further numbers, no customers for first 3 months. So zero revenue, EMI bouncing, negative, sometimes zero bank balance. So all this we have came across, and then that is day by day, we just pass it on from there, and currently whatever the stage we are right now into.
Sir, so how do you perceive challenges and how do you overcome it?
The challenges is always, I consider that whenever you do something different, or whenever you are starting something new, it is like giving birth to a baby. Okay, so that is very challenging phase, and you are going to definitely face lot of challenges, lot of failures during that cycle. For me, challenges from day one was there. In Something was related to the finding the right customer. That was another challenge. Then third one, how to fix a product market mix. That was a third challenge. So first of all, like coming to financial, I, rather than going for, when I approached for the bank, they said no. So that is the reason, what I have decided, that I approached few of my friends and few of my family members, those who actually believed me well, and they have given me certain amount, by collecting which whatever I was having, I added into that, and finally ended up in lending one cab. Okay, so that was the first challenge, how I overcame. Second challenge was, to make sure whether the concept will work on ground. For that, again, I was unable to hire any survey agency for making this survey. So I drafted a survey form by myself with 10 questions, 1 to 5 rating, and I just started walking onto a street where I found my target audience, and I went them and asked the question that, sir, if this is the services what we are going to offer in a cab, how would you like to rate these questions from 1 to 5? And many of the customers, they given a very good rating. Few of the customers, they even, made certain comments as well, few given suggestions as well. So incorporating all this, finally then we end up and at around 163 surveys, and then which as a result we came out with an average rating of 4.67 out of 5. So which actually was a prompting me, which was actually a trigger for me, that yes, there is a need for this concept in the market, and if I will introduce this, people are surely going to like it. So then that is how we overcome. Now lastly, we came about the pricing, that where we wanted to price. There were companies like Uber, Ola, they were already booming up in the market, and they were occupied most of the market into cab rental and industry. But then I decided that no, rather than facing on or entering into competition with them, let me put my position slightly above on a premium side, and provide the services to the audience, those who are actually looking to a very different level of a service. And that then we position our prices accordingly. We finalized our positioning, and that is how we enter into a market. And till today, we have a few of the things very basic, like we never offer any discounts to our customers. We have a fixed pricing policy. Okay, and we never gain our customers for by offering a discounts. We actually believe in giving and winning their hearts by offering the best services, and that is what even continued today and will continue in future as well.
Okay, so your USP is your services like which you provide them.
Yes, we are actually believe in offering a personalized touch to each and everything what we do. So our customers, once they book a cab, starting from like we never have IVR based calling 24 by 7. We operate on 24 by 7 phone helpline. People, they have to call us to book a ride, but that is
Hmm.
again IVR free. Means once you dial the number, you will immediately get connected with a person who is actually understanding your requirement clearly. He will assist you well on time, and there is nothing like you have to press one for Hindi, two for English, one for sale, three for query. No numbers. Once you dial a number, straightly you will connected with the person and he will talk to you. He will understand your query. He will assess the details. Same way, we also have a WhatsApp helpline where people can type a message and they can even request for a cab. They can assess the query. That also is a real-time helpline. Again, it's a chatbot free. So you don't need to press multiple options. If your query is customized, your answer also will be customized.
Okay, so I really like this thing because when we go to already we have some query and they ask from like front like you should click 1, 2, 3. So like we get
Yes.
more. Yeah, so I completely like this concept. Like already you have query, so why to make it more complex? We are ready with our answer. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, sir. So with that, like I read somewhere you have a target of by 2025 to be the best customer service cab by customer satisfaction. Yeah, some kind of thing.
Right. See, actually, from 2016, when I started this company, from that day till today, or maybe in a longer term as well, we have all our goals set. Okay.
Hmm.
So, and we are constantly moving towards that goal. So, my only belief was we never wanted to create a just a startup or a company just because to gain a fame or to to earn money or to valuation, because all these purposes are secondary for us. The main
Yeah.
reason we actually win our customers' heart by providing them absolutely professional, reliable, and class apart service. That is the main focus what we have. We constantly work towards that focus, and anything and everything what we do as the smart taxi, we always keeping that thing as a center, and we build everything around it. So there is nothing more matter for us, no profit, no loss. There were few rides where we have offered absolutely free of cost to the customers because we are not able to fulfill our commitment in few of the rides. So that also was a loss for us, but still that actually created a great impact on the customer, and that customer has brought a lot of new customers to us, and again we gain more business from them. So it's a parts and parcel of business. So profit, loss, these things we never focus. We always believe in achieving excellence. No success matters for us, and that is what we keep continually growing day by day, despite of not putting any big hoardings, not applying newspaper ads, no Google ads, SEOs, no Facebook
Yeah.
ads, nothing. We purely grow with word of mouth. When one people use our services or utilize or book a cab from us, we are pretty sure that whatever the efforts we apply, it will surely get multiplied, and that is what our strategy to grow for.
Okay, so like it's really a different concept because if we see many big players are like just investing money and lot of campaigns, advertisements, and all. But here you are completely different in terms of service to and in terms of running a company also. Like you believe in creating value. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so like just if you create value, the other factors will surely gonna come up with then like money, fame, etc.
Right.
Okay, sir. So, what do you think? Like as you conducted the market research on by yourself, so what do you think कि आपको वो long term में कितना help किया है वो market research में जो आपने like one to one बात करके लोगों के problems जाने and then उसको आपने उसको exactly apply करके solve किया है.
सी जब भी कोई स्टार्टअप जब शुरू होता है और जब उनके लिए इंट्रोड्यूस करना, उस स्टार्टअप का मार्केट में गेन कितना होगा या उसके लिए कितनी जगह है उस मार्केट में, ये जानना बहुत जरूरी है। और मार्केट रिसर्च उसका बेस्ट वे है। इसमें दो टाइप के रिसर्च होते हैं जनरली। को कभी काफी कंपनीज ऐसी होती है जो किसी एजेंसीज को हायर करके उनसे सर्वे करवाती है, और काफी कंपनीज ऐसी भी होती है जो कोई प्री रिकॉर्डेड जो सर्वे होता है उनके नंबर्स के ऊपर से भी ड्राफ्ट करके आप आगे बढ़ सकते हैं। मेरे लिए मेरे कंसेप्ट की रिलायबिलिटी उस सर्वे पे बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट थी। दैट इज अ रीजन मुझे उसमें कोई भी फेक रिजल्ट्स या कोई भी गलत डिसीजन लेने से पहले मैं ये पूरी तरह से निश्चित हो जाना चाहता था कि जो भी सर्वे और जो भी रिजल्ट्स मेरे पास आ रहे हैं वो 100% ऑथेंटिकेट एंड एक्यूरेट होने चाहिए। अभी ये चीज करने के लिए मैं अपने खुद से ज्यादा किसी और पे भरोसा उस टाइम पे नहीं कर सकता था। तो
या
इसी रीजन की वजह से किसी और पे या कोई चीज ऑफलोड करने की वजह से, और दूसरा पैसे भी रीजन था, बिकॉज ऑफ मेरे पास उतना फंड भी नहीं था कि जिसकी वजह से मैं ये सर्वे किसी कंपनी को आउटसोर्स कर पाऊँ। तो ये दोनों को कंसिडर करते हुए मैंने यही डिसाइड किया कि भाई खुद से ही सर्वे करता हूँ। और आई वॉज इंटेलिजेंट इनफ टू डिजाइन द सर्वे। मुझे मेरा कंसेप्ट पता था, मुझे मेरा विजन पता था, और उसी के हिसाब से मैंने हमारे सारे सर्वे के जो भी थे उसमें देयर वर 12 क्वेश्चंस अर्लियर आई ड्राफ्टेड, आई रिमेंबर। उसमें से फिर फिल्टर करके आई लैंडेड अप इनटू 10 क्वेश्चंस व्हिच वाज एक्चुअली रिक्वायर्ड फॉर माय कंपनी। उस 10 क्वेश्चन के मैंने 1 to 5 रेटिंग किए। एंड 1 to 5 रेटिंग जब जाके लोगों को पूछता था तो उन्होंने जिस हिसाब से आंसर्स बताए वो मैंने रिकॉर्ड किए। उनके साथ साथ कुछ कस्टमर्स ने अपने मोबाइल नंबर्स भी मुझे दिए, एंड उनको फिर हमने इनिशियली दे वर फ्रॉम देम ओनली वी गॉट अ फ्यू इनिशियल कस्टमर्स। सो इसी तरह से पूरा शुरू हुआ। सो मार्केट रिसर्च आपका जितना सही होगा आगे जाके वो आपको उतना ही फायदा होगा। आपका एक्चुअली वैल्यू जो भी आप जितने भी एफर्ट्स लगाओगे दैट विल बी मोर हेल्पफुल इफ यू डू योर मार्केट रिसर्च राइट। यस हार्दिक।
ओके सर, सो एज अ पर्सन, लाइक आपके थोड़ा चाइल्डहुड जर्नी के बारे में बताइए कि यहाँ तक पहुंचने में कि लाइक आपका पहले से ही माइंड लाइक कुछ ऐसा वर्क कर रहा था कि मुझे कुछ चेंज लाना है या फिर मुझे कुछ इनोवेट करना है, या कैसे थी वो जर्नी?
देखिए बचपन से लेके मैं काफ़ी शाय नेचर में रहा हूँ, और मेरे मतलब ज़्यादा किसी लोगों से बात नहीं करना, अकेले-अकेले बैठना। क्लासरूम में भी मेरा ऐसा नेचर रहता था कि लोग जब साथ में मिल-जुल के बैठते थे, खाते थे, खेलते थे, मैं हमेशा एक अलग कोने में बैठा रहता था। सो थोड़ा-सा अलग नेचर मेरा पहले से रहा है। आज भी काफ़ी टाइम ऐसा होता है, आज भी मुझे अकेले 30 मिनट्स मेरे लिए स्पेंड करना सबसे ज़्यादा पसंद है। तो आज के दिन में भी आई ऑलवेज लव टू सिट। मुझे झूले झूलना बहुत पसंद है, तो मेरे घर में तो स्विंग है, तो स्विंग पे मैं ऑलवेज बैठता हूँ व्हेनेवर आई फील फ्रस्ट्रेटेड। म्यूजिक मेरे बहुत करीब है, स्पेशली इंडियन म्यूजिक। और गाने अगर मैं बात करूँ तो 1990 से लेके 2002 के बीच में जितने भी सॉन्ग्स आए दे आर वेरी पॉपुलर, दे आर वेरी नोन एंड वेरी क्लोज टू माय हार्ट। तो कुछ मूवीज भी मैं देखता हूँ, जैसे कोई अच्छी स्वदेश एक मूवी आई थी बीच में विच इज एक्चुअली अ वेरी गुड टर्नर फॉर मी, और स्वदेश के काफी इंस्पायर हुआ था मैं। एंटरप्रेन्योर जर्नी में आने से पहले लाइक मैं स्कूलिंग में अप टू 10th आई वाज वेरी गुड। ओके, 11th में इट वाज एवरेज, 12th आई वाज फेल्ड। ओके, सो देन उसके बाद में वंस अगेन बेस्ड ऑन माय 10th परसेंटेज आई जॉइंड डिप्लोमा, कंप्लीटेड माय इंजीनियरिंग, got silver medal, then got campus interview, worked for MNC company, then again came back for the second assignment back to Ahmedabad, and then finally during this 8 years of tenure, whatever knowledge I gained, based on that I decided to start my own venture. Then despite of thinking anything else, whether I will go for a job back or if I how I will manage my EMIs, how I will manage the fund and everything, I woke up morning around 4 a.m. and I drafted my resignation and sent it to my boss. And then from there on, I started jumping to this concept in 2016, and today we are in 2020, and still I never feel regretted that whatever the decision I made, it is incorrect. So then yes, of course I do failed multiple times. I'm not saying that first for 3 months we were actually juggling around with the situations, no revenue at all EMIs were bouncing. My car EMI also got bounced. So there were negative, and once EMI start getting bounced, there you get a negative CIBIL score. So again there is a tension that if in future I will apply for a loan, how will I get it? So then all that questions were rising into mind, but still I was keep continuing. There was very one thing which I would like to specifically mention here, that my father has actually taught me some great values related to patience, calmness, and all, and that was helping very well here. So despite of failing multiple times, failing in multiple deals, I was still keeping continued for the efforts and the vision what we have learned or what we have dreamed for. So that we have never deviated from our vision, whether we were failed, whether we were passed, whether we have moved on or not, because we are just moving into one direction, उसी direction में चलते जा रहे थे, and that is the reason we are still running onto that direction, and right now we are in much better position.
So what are your views on the this coming generation, this growing cab industry? Like many biggies are like already investing in this side, or other companies are also coming in market. So what is your takeaway?
कैब इंडस्ट्री में जैसे अभी के सिचुएशन है, the current situation is entirely different what it used to be for 3-4 months back. Now, currently, tourism, travel, aviation, and hospitality, these four industries will have to shift drastically from their earlier approaches. Okay, whatever they were following. Now, where people used to keep health and hygiene as around a least priority, now that has become the most priority now for everyone, those who are traveling. So the companies has to grow up for focusing their or for changing their approach from for more focused on hygiene part of their cabs, of their facilities what they are offering, and their customer health as well. So we have already shifted that. Secondly, we have also came up with certain changes in our policies where earlier we used to give more focus on B2B sale, but now we have also started focusing on B2C as well. So slowly and steadily, we are coming up with certain announcements which will help our company, or which will help individual customers to ride us with us more. Okay, there are certain flexible schemes coming up in next week as well. So there are certain. So that is the reason we are expanding very fast and bringing certain new things to our customers so that individual customers can ride with us as well, not only corporates. Yes, Adik.
Okay. So, what you will guide to the young budding entrepreneurs like who are going to start their entrepreneurial journey or already have started? So, like, what are the key values which an entrepreneur must have?
An entrepreneur must have patience foremost. Secondly, he or she should be able to continue towards the vision what he or she is dreaming for with minimum resources whatever available. See, generally what we think that if we do not have this we will not be able to do it, but we never consider what we have. Okay, so always start with what you have. uh, you should define your steps. Your benchmark should be very clear, and you just have to execute phase by phase. No doubt it is time bound, it has to be time bound. There is a time frame you have to set for each and everything what you do. Okay, and just try to complete that one by one. I'm sure in a longer term you will surely survive. And game of a startup is not about valuation, it is always about creating values for the customer. So if you are focusing on creating values of the customer rather than focusing on your startup valuation, I'm sure you will surely come up with a great business model, and your survivability is also absolutely phenomenal. Yes, Hardik.
So, could you please share a small story about which was really a kickstart moment in your life or for Smart Taxi?
The Kickstart movement for us was our first revenue, definitely. And the first sale what we execute, because at that point of time I was the only one who was driving. And I remember I got a call around 11 in the night, and that person has asked for a cab in next day at around 4. So I was just about to sleep, and at that point of time I got a call and I lifted that call because I was the person who is handling calls as well. So he asked for an airport. At that point of time, we were executing airport. Currently, we are not executing airport transfers. So then that point of time, we were executing airport transfers as well. So he just booked that I am staying in a very remote area in our city, where generally I don't find any cabs available at this point and at around 3:30 or at that point of time. So will you be able to come and pick me up and drop me? I said, sir, from where do you got a reference? He said, I got your reference from website. Okay, and that is the reason I'm just calling you. I said, fine, sir, no problem. You just tell me your location, I'll come and pick up. And that location was very odd. Actually, there were no proper roads to reach to that location. But still, since we were committed, I just reached there sharp on. He asked for 3:45 as a pickup time, and I reached there by 3:35 a.m. in the morning. So that customer, he boarded the cab. He just saw the things which was next to him, like water bottle was there. There were snacks. Okay, and then he said, I have not asked for all this. I said that this is complimentary what we offer inside our cab, and it is just for you. So please have it. He said, no problem. I'm actually, I don't want to have it. That's fine. But thank you so much. It's really nice. He also, liked the fragrance which was coming inside the cab. The cab was very neat, clean, and tidy. And of course, it was a new vehicle, though. And then everything was running smooth. Then he asked the question, but I never told him that, on a first instance, that I am the founder of the company. And it is my concept. I said, this is what we actually recently started. We are a few guys, and we are just planning to implement this. He get down at airport, and I remember it was a 600 rupees revenue. Okay, because we used to charge fixed amount for airport transfer. So 600 rupees he paid, and he said, I am very impressed with the service. Every time whenever I'll go to airport, I'll book you. I said, sir, no problem, fine. Then that started moving. So 600 rupees was our first revenue, and that has actually multiplied so fast, because that guy has spreaded us very vast, and he just intimated everyone in his society. That next society also, people started calling us. So instead of executing earlier, we used to execute around one ride in 15 days. Then it becomes a 7 ride in 15 days. So likewise, it got increased. And multiple times there were a scenario where I had to drive, pick up one customer at 12 a.m., drop him at 2 a.m., come back and again pick up another customer at 3:30, drop him at 5. Then there is a pickup at 7. So then I realized that yes, I am going to need a more cab. I will not be able to survive by myself, because I may have to lose certain orders. And that is the reason I started collaborating with people, those who are actually able to deliver the services what I am trying to deliver to customer. And then from one we become two, from two we become five, from five we become seven. So that is how numbers also started increasing. There were people, those who actually recognized that yes, this guy is doing different, let me join him. And then finally, we once we become 7 cabs, then we started approaching to corporate companies and gaining the contracts from them. So that is how we slowly started, steadily grown up. And we finally then decided that if this concept works well in Ahmedabad, it can work in other cities as well. And that is where our further growth plan was also started. Yes, Hardik.
Okay, sir. So if you want to sum up your entire journey, like right from the first try to till now, and until now, reaching to your target. So what are the key points you will list to our listeners?
Key point, that's what I already said, that it is very generic. The startup is always a journey for, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. You have to continuously try new things, never afraid, never put your step back from trying new things. If you fail, I'm sure you will learn something which nobody else could have done that. Okay, so keep experimenting, and whatever you do, always do it for your customer. And finally, no startup valuations, it is only valuations for customers. That's it.
Okay, thank you, sir, for joining us for this podcast. It was really amazing to have you.
Thank you, Hardik. Thank you so much. Bye bye.